Dr. Raymond Chidama, who is the Secretary of Progressives Congress from Adamawa State. He's joining us via Zoom. Good to have you join us, Dr. Raymond.
Thank you. You're welcome.
So how is the APC reading this particular situation in the country where we're seeing protests in some parts of the country?
Well, it's a very unfortunate situation. The protest is actually preventable, and with all honesty, it shouldn't even have happened in the first place, since government is taking all measures in order to ameliorate the sufferings and hardship that people are going through.
When you say preventable and shouldn't have happened in the first place, whose responsibility would it have been, or is it to have prevented it to ensure that it doesn't happen?
Yes, when the notice came forward that there's a planned protest, government has already taken very different steps and measures in order to bring about those things that are being addressed. You are aware that government has directed the reopening of our borders so that food can even be brought in. And government has also taken measures in order to bring about inflation. You are also aware that even the local government autonomy that has been a subject of discourse, the present government has already got it signed and the autonomy has come to place. And so there are so many things. Government has started bringing the distribution of food. President has said, like rice now can be purchased at 50 kg rice can be purchased at some certain locations for the sum of 40,000 naira. These are all done in order to bring about the hardship down. The Dangote refinery and other local refineries that the Federal Executive Council has ordered that the crude oil be sold to them in naira. All those measures are measures that will bring down even the petroleum cost. So all that we needed was to wait a little and to see how these things can be harnessed so that these sufferings can be reduced. And so the protest was very, very unnecessary.
So, two questions. First of all, when you say that government has, you have highlighted, what government has done, and government has also continued to highlight what it has done. And then people have said, look, the communication between the time where, the protesters have said that we're going to, it was a proposed protest, a planned protest, to now where it's actually the protest, was a bit defective in that, there was a double communication. On one hand, just a minute, Dr. Raymond. On one hand, people felt like government was saying, be patient with us, don't go out, don't protest. But on the other hand, it also felt like there was a bit of demonizing some of these organizers as well. And so people didn't quite understand which of the communication to take. How do you react to that?
Yes, I'm with you.
I was asking you to react to what people have said was some sort of double communication coming from the government.
No, government has always maintained one stand. You see, we're not being realistic. Nigeria is broke. Nigeria is living on borrowing. And that was how Tinubu came and met it. This man decided to take decisive decisions. And he made it clear that we are going to suffer, but the future generation will have it better. Shall we continue to borrow? Shall we continue to print naira just in order to meet up the economic challenges that we are facing? No, the future will not be augur well for the youth. There's no father that will allow himself to enjoy today so that his children will also suffer in the future. So what the government is trying to do is trying to look at the future than what we're facing today. So government has made it clear that all these measures are to guarantee a future so that our economy can be better. So if we had been maintained the patience, at least we will see what would have happened. So, but people did not listen. And government has clearly stated, the president has said it, and even other public officers have said it. Yes, there is the land, but we must look at what gains we'll get from protest and what we'll not get from protest. Now, we have protested, and we have had it in a very bad way. There are preventable deaths that shouldn't have taken place. There's destruction of public and private properties, looting taking place here and there. Did it solve our problems? So it's better when we come on table and discuss and see what the president is saying and what the government is doing so that the future can be better. I know of one preacher that said even the threat the youth said they are going to protest is enough. They don't need even to go on street. Government has had them and government has taken some measures in order to reduce all those forms of hardship. That's the point I'm trying to say.
And so when government highlights, as you have also done now, the things that it has done, whether it's the minimum wage, the increase or the student loan and all of that, where's the disconnect? Because people are saying, look, as much as these things have been done, it is not reflecting on our daily living because for them things are tough. And so where is the disconnect and where are the gaps?
The minimum wage was just signed. No, it's impatience. The minimum wage was just signed last month at the federal level. At the state level, they are yet to be even signed into law, and the local government also. So the implementation process will at least take 1 or 2 months before public servants will begin to see it. The student loan program is already online. It's ongoing. Students can apply. So what I'm saying is that we need to be patient. These things, they will all happen and they will take place. But it's going to be gradual. We cannot just solve our problems by violence. The protest, initially, it was meant to be a peaceful protest. But what do you see in most part of Nigeria, especially in the northern parts of the country? It became violent. And this is what we're scared of. At the stage of our nation now, where even the security is very, something that we cannot say is guaranteed, we don't need protests. We don't need things that can stir this kind of emotions that people will now go to street and behave as the way you are doing. Have you seen what is happening in some states whereby public properties are being brought down in the name of protest? Is that a protest?